Hey, everybody. It's Stephen the Medium. Where is everybody on this Wednesday afternoon? You have to be here because last week we weren't here, right? So come join me. Come on. I have people. Hey, Holly, how are you? And Jane, how are you also? As you can see, no Elix, no Coach Elix today. So he had something come up and he had to head down to New York City. So I actually took him this morning to Providence to Amtrak. Hey, Victoria. And I have to pick him up as soon as I get out of here. I got to head down to Providence. Hey, Lori. So, but this is good though, right? So there's a lot of things going on tonight or today for the show. So, hey, Diana. So what I'm going to do today when people call is I am going to attempt to stick with the psychic level and really just, pull in the energy of what's going on with the person currently, as opposed to the mediumship stuff that I usually do. I mean, I do both. Hey, Ashley and Jody, how are you? I usually do both, but a lot of people want to know like what's going on, especially for the new year, I was thinking. And my strength is the mediumship stuff. I mean, as soon as I start and open this up, I start hearing from mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers. So I'm going to try my best to stick with the psychic piece because I know people, Dios mío, Elix is watching. Elix, I was just about to say something about you not being here. Elix, I'm listening with Bill. Elix tells me all the time that I buy too many clothes, right? I have too many clothes. I have to get rid of stuff. I've got too many jackets, blah, blah, blah. And I always say to him, that's impossible. I don't have too many clothes. So I'm getting ready to come here and I wanted to get a scarf. And I put the scarf on and I took my coat off when I got to the station. And then I realized that this scarf, I don't even know how long I've had it. Clearly I've never worn it. And so, but this is just, this doesn't show that, hey, Gina and Norka and Erica, this clearly doesn't show that Elix is right. It just shows that I just made a mistake and forgot to take the tag off. So I figured I just share that with you. But before I go over and start the show, as I mentioned, I'm going to really try to focus on the psychic level because, again, this is the new year, so people want to know what's going on with their lives, right? The biggest question is always relationship-wise. I'm not promising I can just completely stay psychically because, I automatically get the mediumship and people coming through, but I'm going to do my best. So, hey, Christine and Erica, how are you? And Ashley, hey, Ashley. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, but even though Elix isn't here and he doesn't know this, I do have a guest. And I can't just come here by myself, right? Even if I don't have Elix here, I got to find somebody or something to come. So I have a very special guest. And this guest has been with us for several years. And not surprised. Then there's more where that came from. You know what, Elix? I'm going to just press a button and delete you so you can't keep making comments because that's not true. But here's my guest. You ready? Hey, Sabrina. My guest is very, very special. So, and then you got to hear the story when I show you. Ready? My guest's name is Christina Crackhead. Ready? Ready? Look at her. This is Christina Crackhead. Is she like darling? Look, she's got a dress going on. Look. This is no word of a lie. Elix and I, a couple of years ago, went to the dollar store, I think with his mom, and we're just going through the aisles, and I'm just looking around, and they have like everything, right? They have all these toys in this aisle, and all these little girls, all types of girls, they all have their hair right, and they've got these little dresses, but they're only $1, right? All of a sudden, I swear Elix was with me, and he's watching so he can attest. All of a sudden, this one is in the package like this. I'm like, she's a crackhead. She can't stay here. So, of course, I had to put her in the carriage and take her. So she came with like a little table and a little chair. And I told Elix, I think that's probably where she sells her crack, right? Because, well, maybe that's cocaine. I don't know. But you know how like cocaine, you have to do the lines and stuff before you package them, right? Like I know. But I think maybe crack's the same thing. I don't know. But I think, this is Christina Crackhead. right there. So Lori, exactly. She does have the best hair. Why is she in a package with all the other dolls normal, and here's this one? So, and look at, she's smiling. I think she's very happy she came home to us. Christina Crackhead. Where does she live? She lives in Elix's home office, like on his desk in one of the shelves. So he pretends he doesn't like her, but I go in there all the time and I look up. She's there. Sometimes he'll tuck her a little bit further in, so I don't know. But no, her little chair, her little table's there. It's where she does all her business. So coming from a juvenile court attorney, I've seen it all. So this is, and I named her. This is Christina Crackhead. So she's going to be my host today. She's going to help me out here. So I don't know what the hell she's going to do, but I think she's going to help me. So, Erica, you love her, right? Yeah. Maybe I should stop bringing her up. Jessica, you made me laugh. Jessica says it looks like me in the morning. So, Jessica, you've never seen this in the morning. It's. I think it's worse than that, and I just get a haircut. But tell me you don't love Christina Crackhead. She's really cute, right? And, it was a hard decision to figure out who I'm going to bring. But getting back to, hey, Sasha, she's a misfit toy. No, Sasha, I think she belongs with us. I mean, that's why Christina Crackhead. And look, she's got a little bow, too. Little bow on her dress. Little arms go up. This is pretty, I guess, pretty much how she does like this. She does, and she's getting the crack ready, and she's selling it. But she's smiling, so she must do a good business. All right, so again, as I always say, if anyone's tuning in now, they probably think that there's something wrong with the guy that's doing the show, but there isn't. So I am going to really try today, hey, Melissa, to focus on the psychic aspect of spirit world. So, you know what? Can somebody just let me know what time it is? I think I still have time, but Bibe, without Elix here, I don't have a way to know what time it. I don't even see anything in the studio. One of the guys, Austin's, is in the conference room where I usually go, so I had to come to the podcast room. So let me show you. This is a really beautiful podcast studio that they did. I mean, it's really gorgeous for people that want to come in and are interested in podcasts are like so big right now. But this is pretty cool, huh? So this is where I am hanging with Christina Crackhead, 454. Christine, thank you very much. Let me bring it back. So because I don't have I don't have watches, so I don't know what time it is. But a big shout out. Elix is heading back from New York with his main guy, Bill or Will. So to the two of you, hey, I hope the Asela is good. And I dropped Elix off this morning at, I don't know, like 6:15 in the morning down at the Providence Amtrak station. So when I get out of here at 6, I think he gets in at 6, I have to like fly down there and get him. So good, you're welcome. Good motor for a car. A good motor for a car. What does that mean? Oh my God, that doll. Jody, look at Christina Crackhead. Maybe Christina should do the show. She could, right? I don't know. She's got little arms moving and stuff. Oh, I need a Bill or a Will. Ashley, don't go there. Ashley. But I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Elix cooked like there was about a football team coming to our house, and it was me, him, and his mom. The food was amazing. So when will you pick for the show? You know what, Melissa? I have only confirmed 2 people so far, and I probably need about 10. So I haven't been through, and I'm just going to go through by order. Melissa's asking about picking for the show. So a week from Friday, on Friday the 13th, I'm going to do a small group reading. So probably 10 to 12 people, everyone gets read, and it is also going to be filmed because it could potentially be used as a promotion. It may not, because I'm doing some of these, so it may or may not, but it's just one caveat. You don't have to pay anything, which is great, right? And you get a reading, but you do have to be part of the filming. So, and the filming is just Elix with, I'm sure, his iPhone. So no, Jody. So I put it up yesterday, and I just had a really busy day today, so I haven't got back to selecting people and confirming that too, because everyone also has to sign a release just in case it's used for promotion. The legal in me needs the release. So I messaged you, both myself and my friend Dawn would love to go. All right, Melissa, I'll check it out when I get there. So when I get there, like where I'm going to the corner with Christina Crackhead. I don't know. When I get back home tonight, I will. That's if Elix doesn't bring me out and get me drunk. So I don't know. That could be a possibility. Me, the one that drinks a glass of wine once a month. I'm a big drinker. So what time is it happening on the 13th? It's going to be 7 to 9, Jessica. So I put it out last night on my Mediumship page. Someone here listening, is devastated, or somebody close to them, someone, I talk about the psychic piece, someone's heart was just broke. I can hear, I can like feel my heart breaking. Someone either listening to me, it could be someone who's going to call, but I don't think so. I think it's someone here that is just getting a divorce or a split up. Who is this? Hey, Christy, I'm already starting with the readings because there's somebody connected they're also connected to the B name. She's devastated though. She's crushed. My daughter was just diagnosed with cancer last week. Jody, Jody, where does is the B name connected somehow to your family or someone connected to your daughter? I can just feel like I automatically went to a relationship, but it could have been, and I'm so sorry about your daughter. It also could have been that it's just someone whose heart is just completely crushed, because I can feel my heart just falling apart, and I keep hearing I said I wasn't going to do mediumship stuff, but I keep hearing a grandmother. Let me know. You said it. What time is it? Can someone tell me what time it is? So the show, my mother was called Barn. Oh my God, Jody. That's who's crossed? Because I said a grandmother, but it's a mother figure, or it's me, Christy. Oh my God, it could be either one of you, or it could be both. That this is, I just keep hearing like why, like going through the like why, or like there's no future. It's, oh my God, it's really thank you, JJ Delfino. Is it thanks, Pipe. JJ, is it? I don't know. I was going to say your name, but maybe you want to keep JJ because that's what you like as your logo. So thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm going to have to move over. Yes, she is her grandmother. Hello from London. Hey. Hello, and thank you for listening. And I'm so happy to see London in the house. This is wonderful. And you're missing Christina Crackhead here. Hello. Not what a pretty name, Navdeep. I hope I'm not screwing that up, but it's a really pretty name, Navdeep. Navdeep. I don't have my normal host, so I have this doll that I found in the dollar store that she looked just like this, and I call her Christina Crackhead. So, because I'm not all there. Relationship, he stopped talking to me. Christy, so this has got to be a double validation for both you and Jody. Because Karen, right? Love the doll. Christina Crackhead. All right, I've never done this by myself. I'm going to keep Facebook Live on the entire show. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to pay attention when the show's on, but on breaks, I'll come back. And Christy, you should call 508-222-1320 so you can check in with me and I can see what's going on. So, okay, so I got to keep this in here. So are we going to be able to hear the callers on the phone without going to the radio station to listen? Jane, probably not. I'm still waiting. The station manager promises that, it's not his fault, but by the end of the year, everything should be up in the camera so that you don't have to switch over. Because I know that's the one thing. Oh my God, Ava, thank you. I got to go. I got to get Come on. My girl's coming with me, Christina Crackhead. So let's get... That's Austin. How long do I have? There's the big man, Mocky Mock, producer of the show. All right, so let me set myself up. Okay. Take my scarf off with the tag. So this is great. So hopefully I know Melvin. Hey, Melvin from Florida's, or from originally from Puerto Rico, is listening. How are you? So the show's just about to start. Elix is not here. It's just me and Mock holding down the fort. But we've got Christina Crackhead right here. Right here. So the show's just about to start, and I am going to do my best on calls to stick with the psychic level. I'll just quickly explain what that means, because I know that with 2020 coming up, people want to know, what's going on with them, what's their lives, work, relationship, all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know, like with this angle, it looks like I have a big head. I look like a lollipop, don't I?
Here we go.
Yeah, I need Elix here. Seriously, I look like a bobblehead. No? Just pay attention to Christina. My music's playing. Gotta go to the station, or to the show. Wow, that was quick, and good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. You know what this is all about is that I completely screwed Mock up because Coach Elix is not here today. It's just me, and I think the balance is off, right, Mock? I mean, you're looking over here and there's just me. There's no anyone to my right, but...
It's quiet.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But you got me, so...
Yeah, but you know.
I get it.
He adds that certain... Just say swap.
Wow. So I guess I'm nothing. I guess that's what it's all about.
He said it, I did.
But so good afternoon, everybody. I know we were not here last week. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know that Mock did because we spoke. On Facebook Live, I told everybody that Elix cooked for a football team coming over, and there was 3 of us. There was me and Elix and his mom. Of course, the 3 dogs also had a Thanksgiving meal, but it was great. It was Elix. I don't even know how to explain it. He really is at the level of a gourmet chef. He is. The stuff, and anybody who's come to the house that he's cooked for will attest that he is at that level. He made, to start off Thanksgiving, an apple pumpkin soup, which was, I'm not really sure if I've ever had apple pumpkin soup. I mean, I've had pumpkin soup, but this was, it was just fantastic. It was phenomenal. And all the other stuff that he did, and he threw a little Puerto Rican dish in. He had to represent, right, with him, his mother, but everything was so great. And at the end, and I posted this on Facebook, at the end of Thanksgiving night, we went to La Salette, as we always do. So as a kid living in Providence, growing up in Providence, every night on Thanksgiving night, we would go out to eat. Our family we would eat at Christmas at home, and we would rotate between the 4 sisters, because my mom has 3 sisters. I had 3 sisters. But Thanksgiving, we would go out all the time. So many, many years, we would go to Venus de Milo in Massachusetts, and then from there it's like a hop, skip, and a jump right to La Salette Shrine. So it became a tradition. And then once I started getting older, and if you don't want to go with your mom anymore and you can drive, I would just find friends, and every year it was like a different friend that would come Thanksgiving night to go see La Salette Shrine. So now Elix, whether he likes it or not, for almost 27 years is stuck with going Thanksgiving night. But it's a great night to go, because the closer you get to Christmas It is crazy busy, right, with people and the lights. I mean, it starts off the Christmas season, Thanksgiving night. It's the first night, and we light candles. So it was really terrific. So
On the total other end of the spectrum, you know what I did on one Thanksgiving night?
what?
Went with my friends to Hartford, Connecticut for wrestling.
I was just going to ask you, is this PG?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
They-
something different.
They were having the Survivor Series on, if you know anything about wrestling.
I actually used to watch a lot of wrestling with like Jake the Snake and
Yep.
all of them
Yeah, it
back
was
then.
Back in that time.
Yeah, I remember them.
We hurried up through Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, ran out, jumped in my friend's car, drove to Hartford.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
to watch wrestling and live in Connecticut.
I mean, it's so it's
Yeah.
it's such a great thing, especially if it's spontaneous. I remember one Christmas, we had it at, I think it was at my house, my mother's house, and me and my cousin Holly, who's really a sister to me, we could not wait for the food to get served for us to like scoff it down and then take off. And the two of us went down to the beach and we took little jars and filled it up with the ocean water, and of course it was freezing, Christmas night, but it's one of those fun things you do when you're young and you just get out and do things and crazy things, and it's all good, right?
So there's Stephen going to La Salette and doing all that, adult stuff, and me going to wrestling.
Listen, you know what? On Facebook Live, I just brought, and if you're not on Facebook, just the easy thing to do is to go to YouTube to see Facebook Live, because I post these videos. Of course, I love it if you subscribe to my channel, but you don't have to. You can just go to YouTube. And my co-host is, her name is Christina Crackhead. And this is, I know for people that are not on Facebook, even though the people watching on Facebook Live love her, look at her. We're in the dollar store, me, Elix, and his mother, and I think maybe his aunt, and they have these, everything's $1, so they have these little toys, and I happen to be walking through the aisle, and I'm looking at these little dolls, and one of them was, I don't even know, I was going to say disheveled. It's not even disheveled. One of her ponytails is sticking like straight up, and the other is no ponytail, and it's like anti-gravity, right?
She's seen better days.
Oh, she's seen a lot better days. And she had like a little chair and a little table. And I said to Elix, I got to get her because she does not belong with all these other cute, pretty little girls that are all, they're all done up nice. And then I named her Christina Crackhead. And now she sits in Elix's home office with a little table and a little chair, and she does her thing. She does her business. So I don't know if I can ever say I do anything adult-wise. And I also brought a scarf too, because Elix is always telling me I have too many clothes, I buy too much. And so I'm grabbing a scarf to come tonight, and I put it on, and then at the bottom of the scarf, this scarf is not new either. There's a price tag connected to it. So it doesn't make Elix right at all. It just means I clearly must have worn it forgetting to take I can't even buy that. I probably just bought too many scarves, put them in, and I haven't got to it. So, but it's a cute scarf. So, and I also just want to say before we go to break, and then when I come back, I'll start taking calls, that the fundraiser at the Council for Children was fantastic. It was so many great validations. It was a smaller group, which was fantastic also, but it was a great group. Elix came, his mom came. Afterwards we went out to get something to eat, but just the fact of money going to help this Council for Children, it's just near and dear to my heart as a juvenile court attorney. So it was really, really terrific. There were a lot of tears in this venue, but good tears, good validations and people coming through, and it gets very emotional here at the holidays. But what I told Facebook Live people watching is that I'm going to attempt today to do readings, mostly psychic readings. So just quickly, so psychic and mediums are different. So if you go to a psychic and they're reading you, they're picking up your energy. So if Mark came to me and I didn't know him and I was a psychic, I was either using tarot cards or whatever a venue I wanted to use, I would actually stop picking up his energy and go from there. So that's why when you go to psychics, you get a lot of what's going on currently with your life, because that's what we think about, right? So if Mark came in and the night before he was fired from his job, when he sits in front of me, I'm picking up his energy and I'm going to pick up his thoughts about, I need a job. And so that's going to come out in the in kind of like sort of tweaked and about professionally and maybe relationship wise. So on a mediumship level, if Mark again comes to me, one of probably first person that may come through is his grandmother or grandfather, and they start chatting with me and telling me what to say to Mark. So that's the difference. The psychic piece, you read the energy of the person, and the mediumship piece, you actually talk to, as what I usually do, talk to people that you've lost that are connected to you. Now there's always, as a medium, there's always a balance, because the mediumship is sort of like the highest on the totem pole. You can't go any higher. So the psychic piece falls under it. So it's all part of it. But my strength is always the mediumship stuff. I love getting to talk to moms, dads, grandmothers, if you've lost a child, however that works. But I'm going to, because I'm just thinking, you know what? It's the end of the year. It's almost 2020. People want to know what's going to be in their year of 2020. Is it going to be a good year? Are they going to meet the love of their lives? Or, are they going to divorce the jerk they're with, whatever it is, profession, whatever it is. So I'm going to try, and I can't guarantee that spirit is not going to come through, because usually when I open this up, I don't have much control over it, but we'll see. I've got Christina Crackhead with me, so she's going to help out, right? And a big shout out to my Puerto Rican. Elix is on his way back from New York City on the Acela with his good buddy Will. So Will and Elix, a big shout out to the two of you. I'm gonna get to see Will, I think Monday, which is gonna be nice, and his wife, which are the most incredible couple. I'm really excited about seeing them. Is it time for a break? Okay. See, without Elix, I just, I'm kind of lost, right? Oh, Mark just held up break, or the little break sign he gives me. So 508-222-1320. When we come back, I'm going to stop taking calls. So how is everybody? Hey Karen. Hey Christine. Christine, I know you sent me a message. I haven't looked at it yet. Traffic to get to La Salette on Thanksgiving is terrible. Sabrina, I guess it depends on where you're coming from. Where we live in Norton, and La Salette is like 15 minutes, but we come like the opposite way. So I know that we've taken friends closer to Christmas when it is like the traffic is like you don't even want to go there. And because we come from the opposite way, it's way easier to get in. You may know that, Mark, right? Being in Attleboro, like if you come, everyone seems to come from one end, right?
Well, Park Street's the main way.
Right.
So most people come through downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
Down Park Street. And it backs up. I remember as a kid, you couldn't cross. I lived just across Park Street, and you couldn't get across there. People
Mark's just saying how bad the traffic was, but coming from the sideways that we come, the opposite, it's way better. Of course, we're gonna get traffic, but we had no traffic Thanksgiving night. So hey, Angie and Barbara, hey, I love La Salette too. I how do you not, right? I mean, it's with those lights and, I never knew on La Salette, though, that it goes till 9 o'clock. I had no idea that at 9 o'clock, all the lights go off at the same time. It's like one button. Yep. We were there one time, we got there late, and we were walking around, and all of a sudden, boom, all the lights went out. It was kind of funny, so I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving and are enjoying the show. Someone, I can't remember who, asked me about, again, why you can't hear the callers on Facebook Live unless you switch over to WARA. Then you can obviously hear me and the callers. And that's, you're right, you can't. Sometimes people say if it's loud, if these are loud, you can actually hear the callers faintly, but
Someday soon.
Yeah, someday soon, and it's supposed to be, but before the end of the year, they're gonna have all the cameras up, and you won't need to switch. You'll be able to come like you are and hear everything. You'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear the callers. So it's gonna be a great thing because part of the show, the huge part of the show, is getting to hear the validations from people. And if you can just hear me and not them, it's the impact is not as big. So hey, Marty's in the house. Marty, how are you? I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. How what?
15.
15. Mark says 15. So I'm assuming that's 15 seconds, and I got to get back to the show. So
Well, now it's 5.
now it's 5. But Christina Crackhead is here, so she'll take care of you. What's wrong with me, huh? Elix says that every single day. Steven, what's wrong with you? You're an attorney and you act like you're 4. And welcome back to Through the Static. I'm having way too much fun with Christina Crackhead. I just got to tell you. So I'm telling you, you got to go on YouTube if you're not on Facebook so you get to see her. It's very difficult with this Facebook Live thing. I just don't know where to put the camera so you can still see me. Elix always does this. All right, so let me go to the first caller and see who is here. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hey, JJ, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm saying JJ like that because I just saw JJ on Facebook Live, and I was going to, if I remembered your name, but I wasn't really sure, and I thought, some people don't like to use their real name. They just like to put, with their little, I think I like yours. I like the Facebook Live, the JJ. It's good, right? Yeah, I do. I like it. So, but we've never met though, right?
Well, we never met, but I did speak to you on the phone because I know, actually, Debbie Borelli gave me your name and number.
Oh, yes, because we were thinking or talking about setting something up, right? Like a reading. Now you got me. So now you got a reading. So okay, so So JJ, I told everybody on Facebook Live and here that I was going to really focus on the psychic piece, but it's weird because this is really difficult for me with you. Where does the young male come in? Is there a young male who's crossed? Well, so let me back up. There's a young male who steps forward, points to you, and says, "Young male." So that means either do you have a son?
I do have a son.
Is it just one? No, just one.
Yeah.
Okay, because he just said to me one. It's just one. So just know that there's probably either someone connected to you or maybe connected to your son that I don't know. That he's not telling me age-wise. When someone steps forward and says that they crossed as a young male, it just means somebody left this earth way before their time. He's pulling me to your son and keeps telling me that he's connected to your son. So I don't know if like your son, has a group of friends and someone passed away, someone crossed, but there's an accident, JJ. There's some kind of accident he's bringing up. So I don't know if this is a car accident, a motorcycle accident, but just know that this young guy in spirit is just giving a validation to your son. It's interesting. He just told me to tell you to stop stressing out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But it's your son who's living here has a heart of gold. I can feel it. I don't even need, that this spirit, this young male telling me, because I can tune into your connection and validation, JJ. But sometimes we just make the wrong decisions, if that makes sense. And you is your father crossed?
I'm sorry?
Is your father crossed? Who's the father figure?
Yes, my dad was.
Okay, so much.
Very close.
Yeah, so much for me sticking just with psychic stuff. But he's stepping forward, and he's like, "There's no way you're getting off this phone without telling my daughter it's me." But he just said to me, JJ, that you need to never ever ever forget how much your son loves you. That no matter what experiences, because your boy's a good boy, but no matter what experiences that have happened with him or that maybe affected him in your relationship with him, he knows who he's got, and you are the best mom. And your dad saying, you don't get better than my daughter as a mom. So whatever, and JJ, your father talks about the past. So whatever it is, and whatever happened, I mean, I always tell people that, we're not our past. We go through stuff to get to a better place, but we're not our past. And I always tell people, you just let go of that. And, so many people beat themselves up for that, but just know that dad is saying, but your mom is here, right?
No, my mom passed too.
Well, that's really interesting. Is there a mother-in-law here?
Yes, there is mother-in-law, yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
My ex-husband's mom.
Is still living?
No, she passed too.
Wow. So it felt like there was a mother figure that was really close. I thought she was still here. So it's a way that they're all letting you know that they're coming through and never feel alone, JJ. Or feeling like, a lot of moms do. Sometimes moms will feel like, I screwed something up. I did something wrong, or I didn't do as much as I should have. I don't know if this is making sense.
Yes, it is. It all makes sense.
So know that it's just it's dad and it's your mom and it's everybody just giving that as a validation to never forget what an incredible mom. 2020 is, I don't know where, like what's going on with your son. All I can tell you is that 2020 is a good year for both of you, just moving forward. So it's almost like your father and mother just said to me that it's almost, JJ, like a finally moment, like you deserve to have no stress, a good year, if that also makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
JJ, so remember, I always tell people, no, you're welcome, that spirit sees the future. They see the past, the present, and the future. And if they're giving me stuff to give you, there's a reason for it. So it's a great way to say, hold on, and it gets better. And I know that, maybe sometimes looking like this is, this holidays, I wish this holiday I was in a better place for this holiday. Just know, JJ, that it's getting better with, it's almost like your son had a light bulb moment. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes me feel like your son is really understanding, almost like maturing and knowing maybe some decisions that he made prior, whatever they are, he understands it now and really has a better grasp on how much you've done for him.
Oh, good.
If that.
I don't know how much I needed to hear that.
Oh, JJ, you know what? And it's not a mistake that you got through as the first caller. So it's just spirit setting this all up. Who's also Anthony? Who's the A?
Anthony?
Or
Anthony is, he's my uncle, my dad's brother.
who's crossed?
Yes.
So just know that Uncle Anthony just said to me that he's with your son and he's taking care of him. So whether you were close to him or not, it doesn't matter, JJ. It's just your uncle just letting you know that he's keeping an eye on your son and taking care of him. Your son's been through a lot though, JJ.
Yes, he has a lot.
Yeah, and you, I gotta be honest, not to interrupt you, but there's also stuff he's been through that was really not driven by him either. It was like these poor circumstances that he just happened to sort of be in, and he sort of, because your father just said, my grandson's got a raw deal in a lot of cases. So, yeah. So JJ, all of them are giving you, they just like, like in football, not that I know football, but they all huddle. All your loved ones are, you're in the middle and they're all huddling, hugging you, kissing you, and saying, oh, just JJ, hold on. It gets better in 2020. It's going to be a good year, 2020. So I'm just, oh, thank you, JJ, for calling.
I talk to my parents all the time, all the time.
I love that.
You know, I just said it before I came on. I was like, Dad, I'm calling Stephen the medium. She needs to pick up Stephen. You know, and
Oh, and he was.
this just validated everything, and I feel so much better because I've been so worried, and my son has been through a lot.
So you get it. You get it. You know, yeah, JJ, you know, it's why, you know, our loved ones don't come through to tell secrets or to tell things that we don't want sort of out. They come through to give us what we need when we're getting the reading. So everything that they gave, I can trust that it's information that you really needed to hear to be able to, you know, either maybe, because, you know, so many of us, when someone crosses, we hold on to guilt or stuff that we just beat ourselves up with. And I'm hoping that what your dad and your mom and everybody else, Uncle Anthony gave you is something that you can really hold on to and really be like sort of like a bright star. And you've been missing that. This star, this almost like the light at the end of the tunnel, JJ.
Thank God.
So it's good. It's definitely a good thing for you. And so I'm gonna leave you with that and lots of love, JJ.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
Listen, love you, and you have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. And we'll be back after the break.
What do we think? Oh, okay. There was an Amazon guy outside
Oh.
just for the delivery.
Amazon delivery. So, you know, as you can see
gonna tell them.
or listen, at least with me, is that I try to focus, even though a lot of this was clearly on what's going on with her son, maybe the past, but Spirit just jumps in and they want to chat, they want to talk there. You know, imagine if, you know, you say you have kids, and regardless of how old they are, young, old, it doesn't matter. And say, God forbid, something happens to you and you're in spirit, and you're standing with the medium. I mean, of course, what is your inclinations going to be is to, I got to get a message to my kids. I'm still here. I'm okay. You know, if maybe one didn't get to me before I passed away or didn't get to say goodbye, I want to make sure that they let that go. Those burdens, those guilts, they let it go, because what our loved ones don't want is for us to hold on to things. So that's what it's about. And, you know, I cross my fingers with staying on the psychic level, but
Forget it.
like,
It's history.
I try. But I'm smart enough to say, listen, I know you're going to come through, right? Spirit's going to come through, but sort of, at least if you're going to come through, gear me towards what's going on with people currently. Like so we can actually stay sort of on the psychic level, you know, if that makes sense. So, right? No, you know, they do what they do, but, you know, I just realized that, oh my God, for everyone on Facebook Live, I never realized this. This is like on the news. It's late breaking news. Christina Crackhead, look, she's got a tattoo on her back, on her neck. Look. She's a thug. Look at her. She's a thug. She's got a tattoo on her neck, on her back. Look at her. Christina, I still love Christina Crackhead though. I mean, I get it. What was that? I don't know. I can't tell you. You know, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's her family members or something. I don't know. Or maybe
On
some.
that happy subject,
I know. You're gonna have fun with this, right? Music's playing, so Stevie's got to get back to work. And I just heard Spirit. The next caller is going to be a doozy. Not that JJ's wasn't, because that was pretty intense. But this one, let's see where this goes. Welcome back to Through the Static. And just on a side note, before I go to the next caller, I just realized of the years of having Christina Crackhead, on her neck, on the back of her head, she's got like tattoos. She's a thug. She really is a thug. I got to figure out what this is. So I am losing.
Anybody got a microscope yet?
I-
Take it down to the clinic.
Well, I give a lot of love and white light to JJ, that the last caller, because I could feel what a great heart she had or has, and but things are going to get better. So let's go to the next caller and see where we're going. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello, this is Christy.
Hi, Christy. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
I'm doing okay too, Christy. So let me ask you something. And as I mentioned on Facebook Live, and trying to stick with the psychic piece, is that are you? I don't know how. I don't want to say this and because it sounds worse than it is. But are you like currently like just feeling like there's no tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I know.
I'm okay, but, you know.
And I don't mean that. I certainly don't mean that in reference to like doing something. I just mean in the sense of where's tomorrow go, like in the next day. And the reason why I said that is just because I knew when I was finishing with JJ, I said to Facebook Live, and I told Mark that this next caller is going to be very intense, and like I can feel heartbreaking. But it's, you say Christy? Christy, but Christy, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's not just heartbreak, it's health issues. But yes, I am heartbroken.
Okay, so and I never know. I mean, I normally shouldn't really just go to relationship because I don't know, but usually a lot of times it is. But if it is something that is just just putting you in a very sort of like darker place, and just feeling like not darker place is not the right word. It's almost like I just heard someone that's watching you. It's just not knowing or the unknown, if that makes any sense. The unknown of this. But I gotta tell you, and you said this is health.
Pardon me?
Did you say this is about health you're dealing with?
Well, I have health issues, but yes, that's been plaguing me too. But what has really brought me down mainly this past week is I had a fiance, we broke up, but we've still been talking this, the whole year. We broke up in July, but we've still been talking, and even in the last couple of weeks, or the last week and a half or so, he's been talking about getting back together, talking about getting married again, and then this last Thursday, he got mad, and he hung up, and I haven't talked to him since.
Yeah. You know what, Christy, the reason why I asked about when you said it's more about health, when I tuned into Spirit, they just made an ambulance just move to the side, which means that the focus here, and that's what I was going to ask you about relationship wise. I know, even though you said it really wasn't.
Excuse me, I said it's also about.
Okay, I'm sorry, because Spirit, straightened me out, because I thought I heard something differently. So it's just a way that your loved ones are letting you know that that's where this focuses. Christy, the fiance that you just said, and I wrote down an arrow going up and then an arrow going down, and I was going to ask you, was it more recently that things looked better and getting better? But I mean, clearly you told me that's the case. But there's he's got some huge barriers up, like walls up, but it comes from, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a fiance, so I'm sure you know a lot about him, but it comes from a lot of where he came from. And he just, it's almost like a defense to being hurt. Do you know, Christy, did he not like, yeah, I mean, do you know about his like growing up? Like, was it tough? Or was there like a parent not in his life or very hard on him or something?
I just recently found out a little bit about that, um, yeah, about the way his dad was, and his parents are great, but I just recently found out how, you know, the reason how he is a little bit, and he has told me that he is so scared of getting hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you afraid? Because I have big walls up, and he kind of just tore mine down, and I was so surprised.
You know, isn't it ironic that he's got these huge walls, but yet he has the ability, you know, because of your connection to drop your walls, which is no matter what, and no matter if you say to me, I don't agree with you, Stephen, about being this hurt. If those walls came down, it is a good thing. It's a good thing. That's what we need to experience. We need to experience because it's a risk with all life is a risk, right? So you don't know whether it's going to go well or not. But he's got some. You know, there was some major things when he was younger, Christy. That's what he carries, and I don't know how that formulates to. You know how he doesn't want to get hurt, but it's definitely connected to the parents. And I don't know, mom, dad. I'm not really sure what it is. So it's just something that for you just has to be patience. And you know the as I mentioned, you're there and yet he's not there. But like anything else, it comes to a point that you got to figure out, is this worth waiting for, or how long am I going to wait, or you know where is this going to go? But Spirit just let me just finish. Spirit just showed me a scar on his arm. When Spirit shows me that means that he was really scarred. Whatever it was, whatever happened, and the way he interpreted it, that doesn't mean that, you know, he saw someone shot. It just means how he interpreted whatever he experienced was very, very difficult for him. And when Spirit shows me the scar on the arm, it just means that is not easy to get over. So what were you going to say? Or were you going to say something?
My mom kind of, one of the things is he works construction, so he would be on the road. And I have a 16-year-old son, soon to be 17, so I would have to kind of, he was trying to find a place kind of local to work in the beginning, and he couldn't, and so we had to, you know.
Well, let me tell you. I was going to say, Christy. Let me tell you something that you know. There's a grandma who steps forward for you, and I just keep hearing that you know what's right. I mean, you know, Spirit's never going to tell you what to do, the decisions to make, because that's on us, right? Because we got to learn. But one thing I know is that our grandmother, just said to me that my granddaughter gets and understands what doesn't feel right and what does feel right, and what's you know what's the decisions that she needs to make. But I got to tell you something too before I let you go, that again, this is up to you, but he's with you. He definitely, and I don't know if you realize this or not, you've helped him actually stop pulling down his walls. You really have. You may not feel it if you have a fight and he's taken off again. But I got to tell you something, Christy. You've definitely have helped him and done good by him to drop those walls. And I think that's part of it too, is that because he hasn't been there for so long, it's just a scared factor of being very vulnerable. So I'm going to leave that with you, Christy. But you just take care of yourself, okay? You know, that's a good question. That's a question that I asked before. I just said what I said to you, and the answer that I gave, I just heard your grandmother say that's the answer. That's the answer. So go to, you know, when this, within a week or so, I put this on YouTube, you can go back and listen to it. But that's the answer. That's the way they wanted to answer. So it's the best I can do, Christy. Okay. So go back and listen to it because they're telling me that's an answer. So, but lots of love, Christy, and you take care of yourself. Okay. Alrighty. Bye bye. Can I go to another call?
No, let's just kill a minute here
Okay.
to get us to break time.
Let's kill it. What should we talk about to kill a minute? you
Well,
know?
I just don't want to pinch the caller who's
No, I do not either. I want to
Waiting.
have a
you
good
know, nicely.
time with my caller. Well, you know what I can talk about? I can talk about Mock's jersey, number 7, in the color, which looks a little like salmon. So he doesn't have his gay shirt on, the tie-dye Ben and Jerry's shirt. But for a football jersey, this is probably, the gayest you're going to get. It's a salmon color, right? Or, right?
It's orange.
What?
It's not salmon. It's orange.
Maybe
Okay?
that's the gay in me.
The-
I can't say orange. Maybe I just have to be a little bit, more fancy and say salmon. I don't know.
Orange and blue, the Denver Broncos.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
And that's their color?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
But it's not now.
it used to be?
Yes.
They changed their
They
color?
reversed it. It was orange was the main color and blue was the highlight color.
Right. So now what you're wearing is not what they.
No, this is a John Elway shirt.
So can we sell it and make a lot of money?
Actually, I got offered $300 for this shirt off my
Supper
back.
tonight after. Let's get this sold on eBay. Dinner for Steven.
I told Mama that this goes into the coffin with me.
Okay. Well, then I guess
And
there's no dinner for me.
When we get barbecued, it's going. She got this for me in Denver. They were switching colors. So now they're blue. Their main color is blue with orange trim.
Right.
And in the old days, they were orange with
You got that, everybody listening?
blue trim. So all you football fans, you know about the Broncos. Yeah,
I don't.
they're not having a very good season.
That's too bad. Well, listen, our minute's up, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Oh,
That was the longest minute I've ever had.
just quick, I saw something online and it caught me funny. Somebody said they wanted Barbara Walters to host the New Year's Eve show so that at 1:12, they could hear her say, "I'm Barbara Wawa and this is 2020.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's very good.
That was good.
All right,
On
listen,
that note,
we'll be right back. That was fun.
I like that. That was,
All right, so who do we have here?
she's called before.
Christy?
About 3 or 4 times.
Who picks the callers, Ashley? Actually, they just go in order, Ashley. So whoever calls,
Me?
Mark puts them through. Any messages from Bonnie Mom? Natalie, hi. Natalie, anybody messages for Lynn? Auntie Donna's watching. Hey, Auntie Donna. Heidi, where have you been? I don't understand. How come you're so late?
I can be influenced, folks.
What, to sell it?
No.
Oh, the phone, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark says he can be. Why do you? Hey, Kathy, Christina, why do you keep Christina Crackhead around? Listen, Kathy. You get a lot of questions. Kathy wanted to know how I knew that the elves on the video were gay, and I said, well, because of my gaydar. How can I get rid of? I never know what tomorrow's going to bring, Kathy. Maybe I'm going to need something to get me through the day, and Christina Crackhead, I got to keep her around. I mean, just the fact. Look at her. The hair alone, how could I get rid of her? Now the thug, I find out that she's got a tattoo on her back. There's no way I can get rid of her. I cannot believe that this is the last 15 minutes of the show, how fast this goes by. So, hi, Crystal. And Karen Spinosa's in the house. Hey, Sheila. Going to be a better year for me. So much happened in 2019. Natalie. Thug stamp, that's funny. Donna, is that Polly Pocket? No, this is Christina Crackhead, Donna. She's way hipper than Polly Pocket. Crystal, I'm good. How are you? I'm just going through these.
Where else would you get her?
Usually Elix is the one doing this. Hey, Heather. And Kayla, how are you? Kim's in the house too. There's a lot of people in the house. What is the number to call? 508-222-1320.
10 seconds.
I know, Angie, way too much fun. All right, so let me go. I got to get back on.
Now, if you call now, they're not gonna.
She may go on eBay though, if anyone's interested. Not really. I could never sell Christina Crackhead. I think Elix got a little thing for her, so I couldn't do it.
Go down to the dollar store in Central Falls. They probably have.
There's no one that's like Christina Crackhead.
They probably got a whole bin of them.
And welcome back to Through the Static. And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I just want to be quiet and listen to what the conversation's going on at your house. That's not in the background. You're live. Who's this?
This is Ashley.
Ashley, how are you?
I guess okay.
Oh, well, good. So, what's going on over there? You got people over there, huh?
No, that you on Facebook Live.
Oh, that's me. All right. So, did you lower it? Did you turn it off? Okay, perfect. So Ashley, I'm glad that you called, and I can tune into what is going on with you here, and I'm focused on psychically. Oh my God, Ashley, there's so much going on with you. you cuckoo. No, there's actually there's a lot going on here. Actually, every time I go to say something that they keep telling me to say, then they switch it. So, actually, where does? Okay, let me start with this. I gotta back up for a second for you. Is there an Elizabeth or Edward connected to you? Where's the E name come connected to you?
Elizabeth, I worked with. She passed over. I worked with her.
Okay, so know that Elizabeth is stepping. There's so many here stepping forward. Elizabeth that you work for, who's stepping forward, is bringing me to what's going on with you, especially for 2020. So there's where does the okay? I don't know if I even want to say this. There's another W name. Yeah, who's Walter?
That's my ex-fiance's father.
Oh my God. So you've got all these people just taking care of you, and just, the great thing, what I just saw, Ashley, is that for 2020 coming up, there's a much more straight path, meaning that, when Spirit shows me us veering off to these little branches, it's a fun place to be. But if you're looking for something specific, like say you're looking for a relationship or a new job, whatever it is, that's not the place to really attain your goal when you go off these little things. And I don't think there's many more branches left that you haven't hit. You it's good. It's a good thing, Ashley. You've been having fun, but honestly, for 2020, they keep showing me something like a straight path, and there's someone coming in, and I don't know if you already know this or somebody brand new for 2020, but he does a profession that you would never think that you would be with. So like a guy who's a teacher, like works in a school, something very different. Like, I don't know if you think like the guys that you date all fall under, like they do a certain kind of, like under the certain umbrella or so. This profession is a little bit different, and it's also somebody, I don't know how else to say this, because Walter just said it's somebody who can control you as much as they can, because you are out of control. So no one's controlling you 100% ever. I think when you're 95, no one's going to control Ashley. It's just not going to happen, seriously, because you do what you want, and you're a lot of fun. But this guy is someone who is not intimidated, and not, because I mean, Walter just said to me that a lot of guys that you meet over the past or even current get intimidated by you very, very quickly. They just think that they can't, they just couldn't handle you. You're too much in a good way, but it's just more of insecurity on their end. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but fortunate in the sense that that's what happens. It sort of weeds out the ones you're not supposed to be with. But just keep your eyes open for this great guy coming in 2020 that does something very different than you would think you'd be with. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what they're giving me. And I keep getting pulled to school, to teaching, something with teaching or school. So what do you do? What do you do profession wise?
I work for hospice. I'm a volunteer coordinator.
Okay. Just make sure you keep the school piece together, okay? All right. I'm going to give you lots of love, and you have a great holiday, okay? Thanks, Ashley. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, are you on a cruise? Who is this?
Unfortunately not.
Kayla, how are you? I'm doing well. No, it sounded, as soon as you called, it sounded like I could hear like, I don't know, noises like, sort of like wave stuff. I mean, I was just going to be with you. I wish I was there too on a cruise. So, you know, let me tune in, Kayla. There's a lot going on here. Kayla, there's, I don't know what this means. I keep getting pulled for 2020, and I keep getting pulled to profession. So I don't know if this is for you or this is for significant other. I'm not really sure yet, but I feel like someone is looking. Oh my God! Someone gets sort of like gets into a position or so and wants to keep. I think this is for both of you. That you're very, very aggressive and want to keep moving up. This is sort of with you, but the direction, Kayla, that you want to move up to, there's sort of like a block there, and I don't know if what they're saying is there's a block in the company or there's a block in the direction you want to go to. Almost like the position you want to get to, someone's been there for 25 years and they're not moving for another 25 years. That kind of block. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because it almost makes me feel like the company you're in is a good company. I don't know if is this a newer company?
No, it's not. But I'm pretty new to the company.
Oh no, that's what I mean. You're new to the company.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant, not the company itself, but you going into the company. So that's what I was kind of feeling, and it's I keep feeling that you're going to get a big U-turn where what you're doing, or I don't know what this is. It almost makes me feel like the job that you're doing now, and hopefully you like this company. This company is a good company. That's what I'm getting. And of course, it's I'm sure it's probably picking up your energy too, that you like it. But it's also a way that either there's a different, I don't know how big this company is, if there's a different department, I don't know what this is, but there's a sort of a path you're going that you wouldn't expect to be going on that path. Almost like something like, I never thought about doing that, but did you ever connect to teaching?
Teaching, no.
Kayla, who's a teacher? Who's connected to you, like that taught something, either currently or crossed?
Well, I have quite a few friend teachers.
I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's what it is. Do they have a training department like in the company you're working?
No, they don't.
So I don't know why I keep getting pulled to the teaching mode. Is there someone really close to you, like significant other, or somebody who you never wanted to teach or do something teaching, like with kids?
No.
Like when you were younger, I mean. No? I don't know what this is then.
I did do like when I started
Was one of them teaching?
No, nursing and, all kinds of different things. But it was definitely something with children. Like, yes, nurse.
Oh, okay. That's where I get the kids from. It's a great way to give you a wonderful compliment about how your connection is with kids, and it's somehow tied into what you're doing, job wise. What are they saying to you, Kayla? It's do you work near like your kid's school or something? Well, why am I does your husband?
My husband, well, no, he stays home a lot, though.
I just there's some connection with your kids in the company, and maybe that's it. Maybe if your husband, you mean he can work at home?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is, that he's there for them. I just saw that's what it is, work in school. So I got it. It's just a shout out to your husband, just letting you know that they're giving a validation about, the flexibility, which is terrific. Just keep with you. I'm sure you're going to be open with this company. It's a good company, but just keep with you the possibility of maybe looking at something that you never expected or thought about. You can't. I think you're very focused on what you're doing and moving forward with that. But just keep it open, because you got a lot of talents, Kayla, and that's what I keep getting pulled. And there's something that happens in 2020. Okay.
Okay, good.
So you keep it with you. It's all positive. It's all good news. So, and listen, you have a great day and have a great holiday.
Thank you, too.
Oh, thank you. So we're done. And we made it without Elix, Coach Elix, too.
Amazing, isn't it?
It really is amazing.
Do
We got to talk about your salmon jersey, Christina Crackhead. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. My scarf with the tag on it. And so when I get out of here, I am going to get in my car as fast as I can and head down to Amtrak in Providence to pick up Coach
Do
Helix.
you think maybe he was listening to us?
Well, he was on Facebook Live.
Oh,
so,
was he?
But
Okay.
he did say in Amtrak the reception's on and off. So I don't know if he got the whole show or maybe he did.
Yeah,
I'm not-
well, the Wi-Fi is a little. It's not bad though.
No, we'll see. Well, I mean, I'll find out when I see him very shortly. So, so everybody, thank you for tuning in, and until next week when we meet again, I'm sure Coach Helix will be here. We'll do this all over again. So everybody, I'm Steven the Medium. That's what I go by with all the different venues. Thank you, Mock Producer, Mocky Mock, as I call him, that he got to do this with me. And so we'll be back next week. So goodbye. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. And we will see you next week.